recording. Make sure you have the mic close to your face. There you go. Just like Jay. Ready?
Don't just like Jay. He's not the lead here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're here, and I think, to be honest, something that we've all wanted. I know we've all wanted this for a while. More Benjamin Mark Robinson, less the other guy who's usually here. Well, I've gifted you that today. We've been gifted, so we're going to have a frank, honest, relaxed, casual conversation today. As you can see, we're on a casual episode. We've got the candles going. We've got the nice background. It's just us today. Let's have a good conversation. But we do, in fact, have an interesting topic today. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you'll know, I don't want to say negatively, but I'm questionable a lot of the times on a lot of the changes that the board and governments make in order to try and smooth out or help the process of real estate. In this case, though, there's been a couple of changes which I actually think are for the positive, and it's really nice to see. We've briefly spoken about them before, but they've now actually been put into effect. So we'll start off with one on Realtor.ca. So Realtor.ca is now going to start showing the historical listing prices of the homes. So what a lot of you won't realize, and we only see it on our back end as realtors, I could post your property online. It will come up for 2 million. Let's say we're on the market for 3 months, it doesn't sell. We then relist your property at 1.5 million. Well, before then, as a consumer, you would just see a brand new listing at 1.5 million. You wouldn't realize, okay, it's been on the market for this kind of price before, it was on for a while, didn't actually sell, so now I know that there's kind of like a cap on the price, and it's just a lot more transparency of information. And I think after the last 18 months of market we had, it was just ridiculous, stupid, multiple offers, prices going way higher than they should be. And so this kind of helps give a little bit of a cap and a little bit of transparency without completely going on the other end and doing one over on the sellers. Another one that's just come in, which is a bit of a controversial one, is the multiple offer situation. If you were even paying attention to the news over the last couple of years, you bought or sold in the last couple of years, you would have seen a lot of times that offers would be taken, for example, Monday at 6 p.m. Very, very common when it's an extremely busy market. And the issue with that then becomes you're in multiple offers, you're competing against other people, you are likely, well, in the last 18 months, you were likely putting subject free and offers over the asking price, and it just caused a chaos or a storm of chaos. They haven't banished that, nor should they, but what they've done is that little piece that I mentioned where they're taking offers Monday at 6 p.m. They've now, it's called a disclosure. I've got to remember the form name now. James is going to kill me. Disclosure of basically of presenting offers. So this is a date which is agreed upon with the seller as, okay, it's now October 1, we're not going to take offers until October 7th, Monday at 6 p.m. And what would happen before is somebody would come through on October 3rd. They don't want to compete. They would come through with what's called a bully offer, which is a very strong offer, and they would push the seller to accept it before you're actually accepting offers on the day, which, to be honest, just punishes those that play by the rules. Those who play by the rules would put their offer in as per normal, and they would miss out on the chance because a bully offer came in. What people maybe don't realize is we as realtors at the moment, we are legally obligated when we get an offer to present it to you as a client. Even if we're receiving offers on a particular day, if we get an offer early, we have to present it to the client. That intel, if it's a good offer, makes the client think, oh, I could wrap this up. I could, just be done with this. I'm happy with the price. It also, the buyer who's coming through with that also thinks I don't have to compete with a load of people, I'm getting in early, and it's just a mix-match situation, which is horrendous. Well, they're now changing this as of October 17th, 2022. So if you're a seller, you'll basically sign a form saying that any offers that you get before that date will in turn actually be held, and we as realtors don't and will not disclose them to you until that time. So it eliminates the bully offer. They're not allowed. It makes everybody play by the rules. Even when those rules are different, you don't want to be playing a different game and by different rules than somebody else. So it's going to be a lot more normal, and it's going to hopefully settle those things out. It's not going to make too much of a difference now. As we all know, the market is shifting. It's going in the opposite direction, but markets are cyclical. So when it inevitably does pick up again, it is going to come into effect, and it is going to make a difference, and it's going to look after you guys who do play by the rules and make sure everyone has an even, fair chance. There is another form coming in, which is a bit of a weird one, and we've spoken about this before. It's disclosure of multiple offers. So right now, you could go view a property, you could put in an offer, and an agent could come back to you and say, hey, we've got another offer.
Why the you lying? Why you always lying?
There's no proof to that. We don't know if they've got another offer. You don't know what any of the details are. You now believe you're in a multiple offer scenario, so you're probably going to revisit your price if you can. Maybe there were some subjects that you were unhappy with or potentially able to remove. You're going to put yourself in more of a riskier position because you're competing with somebody else, and you don't even know if you are competing with somebody else because it's just word of mouth. I like to think that the majority are honest, but there are some bad apples in every industry. The form in which they're bringing out now requires that everyone who submitted an offer would go on a list. So it would be their brokerage, the name of the agent. They'll go on a list. When an offer is accepted, it's then presented. That list of offers and counteroffers is then presented to all of the agents who put in an offer, which it's kind of a little bit backwards because you're not finding that information out until another offer has been accepted. So you're not really helping sellers or buyers. So I think there needs to be some tweaks in that, because if you've missed out on the property, you don't care how many offers there were because you missed out and there was a better offer, and you know there was a different offer because you missed out on it. Maybe it brings you some peace of mind, but if you're the winning offer and you get that, and maybe you thought there were 8 offers on there, but there was only one other offer, you're now going to be wondering if you overpaid. You're now going to be questioning the decision. You maybe don't want to remove subjects. These things, I think, need to be disclosed beforehand. It would be more simple if you had to complete a form, as mentioned, and every time somebody put forward an offer or a counter offer, that form needed to then be put out to you as an agent, and that needed to then be provided to your clients, so you know that there are other offers on the table when it comes to you putting together your terms, your conditions, your subjects, whatever it may be. The other way is just kind of it seems like a bit of a back end way of trying to fix a problem, which is not really fixing a problem. But I mean, 2 out of 3 for today is not bad. So we got 2 out of 3 good changes. A lot of the times the changes actually cause a negative effect and they do the opposite of what they're intended to. It's just that magic wand trick. We're going to wave over here. We're going to try and get something to make the people believe that we're helping because the market is difficult. We want to try and tame the view of realtors or the industry or housing prices or buyers or angry sellers, so on and so forth, and it doesn't actually work. But 2 of the 3 that we've spoken about today, I think, are actually going to make a good difference. It's all about kind of transparency in this case. I'm a fan of transparency, as if we're all playing the game, we all need to play the game by the same rules. That gives everyone an equal and a fair chance to go through things. And there we have it. I think that pretty much sums us up. I want to, what was the timing on that, Al?
8 minutes 30.
8 minutes 30. So just as an FYI, usually it's about 20-25 minutes when we record these videos. So 8 minutes off of 25 minutes, 17 minutes, quick math. That means 17 minutes of babbling.
So we are where is that stat? Yeah, so that's my, so
that we were able to escape because the other guy was not here. I think we should do this more often. As always, thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time. Have a good week.